record. Okay, now I am going to screen share. I am so excited for you guys. This is honestly something I put so much thought into this one. I feel like there have been so many people coming to me saying these things and like needing help, you know, being like, okay, what can I do to go faster? How do I get more results? Like basically wanting game plans, you know, and I am all for that. Like I'm all for here to help. But I feel like we needed a training to just dive into it and just be real about all of it, you know? So I want to know in the chat, and be honest, you guys, like throughout this whole thing, just know whenever I do trainings like this and I ask you guys questions, hold on, I'm just going to stop sharing for a second because I want to pull the chat up. I want to be able to actually read it. And I did not have it pulled up. When I do these, like, don't feel like you're being judged. Be honest. Like, I want to see your guys' answers so that I can help you. And, you know, we can't do that if, you know, if you're not being honest with yourself. You can't really compare where you are now to where you were before if, you know, you're not being real about it, right? So whenever I ask you guys something, just be honest. If the answer is that you don't do it or you're not good at it or you're just slacking, like be real. Nobody on here is going to be like looking through the comments being like, oh, this person's not doing it. Like probably a lot of other people aren't either, but it's going to help us just to really understand where we're at, right? So with that being said, give me a yes or a no. Who, and even in the last few days, even the last week, who has said anything along these lines to yourself, whether it's I'm stuck, I'm in a rut, like I need to go faster, I need to make more money, like anything about this, right? Where you're just feeling like you want more, right? And that's not even a bad thing. I'm not even saying this in terms of like you're complaining. I'm just saying you want more, right? You have said something along the lines of needing more results, money, enrollments, anything like that, okay? A lot of people, yay, okay, that's good. I'm glad we have lots of people because that means we really needed this training. It's going to be relatable. So what we're going to do, I compiled just a whole bunch of things of what you can do to get out of this. And we're just going to go through it all. Okay. So these are some things. Don't try to like read all of it quickly right now. I promise I'm going to go through every single thing and we're going to talk about it. These are just the things that I would ask yourself first. Okay, let's just ask first before we actually dive into what we're doing. Okay, so one here, have you offered anyone the, let's do last 5 days. Okay, last 5 days, give me a 1 if you have offered anyone the business and how many. Okay, and we'll see, or just say no if you haven't. So either no or 1 and how many. No. Okay, I love that you guys are being real. Okay, 3, no. Okay. Okay. I like this. Okay. Business. Not just, no, yeah, just business. We're just gonna talk about business for now. About 10. Look at you go, Mandy. Okay. Number 2. Give me either a number 2 or a no. Have you posted about the business in the last 5 days? Okay. A lot of people have done that one. Okay. Some no's though. Okay. Thank you guys for actually answering. I really appreciate this. I want this to actually like help you guys. So thank you for being vulnerable. Okay. Number 3. Are you leading with the business instead of products? So what that means is, do you talk more about the business instead of product posts all the time or asking people to try products? Like, do you lead with business posts and getting people to check out the business? Like, do you start with business instead of products is basically what that's asking. Okay. Okay. A lot of no's on that one. Okay. Okay. That's going to be a good one to talk about. I like this. This is just giving me kind of an idea of which ones we need to spend more time on. Okay, number 4, how many people have you gotten to watch a QIQ in the last 5 days? 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay, this is so telling. This is so telling. Okay, this is good though. This is good. I don't mean that in a judgy way. I mean this in like a yes, we're figuring it out. We are going to help you guys. Okay. So, okay. You've sent somebody, I'm confirmed. Okay. That's good too. Okay. Next question. Have you followed up or interacted with people in the last 5 days? So like, meaning have you intentionally gone and messaged back the people you have talked to before? Have you been, just really focused on who you're wanting to enroll? Okay. Lots of ghosts though. Okay. Yes. Okay. So a lot more yeses on that one. Okay. Let's go back up and talk for a second on, have you offered anyone the business? So if your answer to that was no, or it wasn't very many, that is a very big one to start with, okay? Because if you feel like you need more results in your business, it starts with you asking people. That's honestly where everything starts with, okay? So if you are not offering people to get their eyes on what you're doing, you're not asking them to come to the QIQs or to even watch like the quick 8-minute recording. Like if you're not putting yourself out there, there's no place for the momentum to start, right? It has to start with you offering the business, okay? So I want you guys to set a goal for yourself. Actually, yes, get a pen and paper, since we all decided before this Zoom started that a lot of us are pen and paper people. Get a pen and paper. And if you don't have one, you can use a phone. I'm not gonna be mad at you, but get something you can write on, okay? And I want you all right now to set a goal, okay? In the next 5 days, we're gonna do this whole training based on 5-day increments, okay? How many people are you going to offer the business to in the next 5 days? Set that goal for yourself, and I want you to stay accountable to it. I can't necessarily check in with everybody because I don't even like have a list of everybody who's on here, but you can come to me if you want. So like if you want to come to me and be like, okay, I set my goal for this, I did it. Shout yourself out. I love it. Or if you want to come to me and tell me you didn't because you want me to hold you accountable for the next 5 days, we can do that too. Like you guys can come to me and I can help you however, okay? So set that goal and make it a non-negotiable, okay? Because that is a big thing, is you need to offer the business, okay? Number 2, have you posted about the business? There was more no's on this one. Still a lot of yeses, but the way I look at this, you guys, is when it comes to the business and posting content, I think of it as if I don't have something about the opportunity so close to the top of my profile that if somebody goes to creep on my page and they don't see anything, that is a huge missed opportunity. So what I do all the time is I will randomly go to my page and I will literally check myself. I will see if I have a business post near the top. Like I'll do a couple scrolls, right? So because people will creep on you, people will go to your page. Especially if you're interacting. If you go reply to somebody's story or you go comment on their stuff or get in their inbox, I promise you most people are going to go check out your page. Like that's almost a guarantee, okay? So I want you guys to actually start checking yourself. If you are serious about your business, check yourself every few days or whenever you think about it, go to your profile, take just a few scrolls. And if you do not see something that could intrigue somebody to ask what you're doing or to get them in your inbox, like anything that could bring up a prospect, you have missed an opportunity. Sorry, I just need water 1 second. Because if somebody goes to your page and they look at your stuff and you have not said a word about making, oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm like struggling with talking. If you have not said anything about making money from home or this amazing opportunity for growth you have and a free fitness trainer, like the proximity, like there's so much we can talk about, you guys. And if you don't have anything that could have people going, okay, what is she doing? I want to know. You literally could have just had an ambassador, but you didn't because you haven't talked about anything. It sounds so silly, but I have always called it my potentials. Because they're not a potential yet. We haven't actually talked about anything. But if somebody goes to my page, they have the potential to be one unless I have not spoken up. And so that's what you guys need to do is you need to check your profile, like literally go to your page, take 3 at most scrolls And if there is not something intriguing about your business, you could have just missed so many people that could have been interested in what you're doing. Okay. So that is a big one. You have to be consistent. And, this is just a story to just kind of like drill this point home for you guys. I joined network marketing because of one post, you guys. I had no idea about network marketing. I have no idea what it was. I didn't ask a single question, nothing. I was just at my rock bottom. I saw one post of a mom talking about making income from home and how she was able to stay home because of it. And I literally joined that same day, texted her all my info, joined, and within 1 year had 2 VIP accounts in my last company. And that's what you guys could have, right? Like you could have big people watching you. You might not know they're like hard workers because not everybody has experience, right? There might be some people on your network that have never done it before, but they could be really hard workers. But if you're not talking about it, they don't know to come to you, right? So just think about that. If you ever have a day where you're like, oh, I don't feel like posting, I don't feel like talking about this, and you haven't in a while, just think. Just think about my story, okay? I literally gave somebody a freaking VIP off of one post, okay? Now, number 3, this is where a lot of you had no's. Are you leading with the business? The reason I ask that is because if you lead with products, there's nothing wrong with that. I am not saying don't sign customers, don't talk about products, nothing like that. But if you want to go big, you want to lead with the business, because bringing in ambassadors is where you are going to grow a lot more volume a lot quicker, because they can then sign ambassadors, they can sign customers. It's not just you doing it, right? If you're just focusing on customers, yes, you might make some paychecks. Yes, that's amazing. I'm not diminishing it at all. Please don't take it the wrong way. But you have to see the bigger picture. And if you're wanting results faster, that is going to come from bringing on people that you're going to help them grow a business as well. So it's not just you doing it. You're not working alone anymore. You are working with other people who can then also be bringing in more people. Okay. So lead with the business. And another reason for that as well is because our products are going to be here forever. We're going to get new products. We're going to get maybe better products. We're always going to have an incredible product line, right? We are not going to have the timing that we have right now. That's going to be gone. The proximity is not going to be what it is right now in a few years, because the company is going to be way bigger. What we have right now is literally like a one-time deal. And you guys have to be so loud and proud about that you are part of something that is still so small, where the proximity is still so big and people can meet the owners. You can get yourself known, like you can, get yourself on a council and do all these things way quicker than you might be able to years from now, where it might be more established. There might be thousands more people fighting for those positions, right? So you have to lead with the business. And if somebody just wants products, amazing. If they don't want to work the business, but they want to be a customer, amazing. But ask them to check out the business first. Give them the option so that you have shown them, right? Because there is a big chance that a lot of people will be like, okay, I want to do this with you. Like a majority of people will want the business, okay? So if you want to go faster, lead with the business. Number 4. How many have watched a QIQ? This one was a lower number as well with your guys' answers. So this is another really good one to track, you guys. So same with offering the business, that really coincides with how many have watched a QIQ, how many have been exposed to the business, right? This, you guys, is where the momentum starts. It's not going to start from other people. It's not going to magically come when other people are saying yes to you, or like you're not going to get a flood of messages one day out of nowhere and suddenly everything is just exploding and it's amazing. Like it starts with you. Okay. How many are you offering the business to, and how many are watching it? Okay. How many are you exposing? So if you have set, or if you have a low number in the last 5 days, I want you guys to write a goal for that as well. Okay, so you now have a goal for how many you're going to ask and how many are going to be exposed to this in the next 5 days. Okay, have that goal and push really, 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 really hard to get it. Okay. Number 5, have you followed up and interacted? A lot of people said yes to that one. So that is great. That's a big one too. So make sure you have your ABC list updated. You have that C list of people you've connected with. You're staying in contact with them. Because you guys, you could have tons of interested people, but if you just kind of leave them alone and, you know, they said they weren't ready, so you just like forget about them, that's not going to help you. They might be ready one day, right? You still have to stay in contact with them, keep that relationship, ask them how they're doing. It doesn't have to be just business. You don't have to be spammy and be like, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Are you ready? That's not what I'm saying. But keep that connection so that when they are ready, they come to you and they're comfortable to say, okay, I'm good now. Let's go, right? If you just forget about people, they're gone and they could go to somebody else. So don't do that, okay? So just make sure you're doing that. There isn't really a way to set a goal for that, but just make sure you are checking that you're staying in contact with people, okay? Next, we're going to go through a few more of them. Okay. Yes or no? Is your ABC list updated? I want you guys to actually answer this. Yes or no? No. Yes. No, ma'am. No. Oh, there's so many no's. Okay. That is step 1. Okay. All of you. This is another thing you have to do. If you can do it tonight, do it tonight. Get this done. I do this. So what you guys should do is do it in a way that's going to be easy for you to change it up. So if that is a notebook, great. It might be easier for you to use your phone for an ABC list though. If you're somebody who, you struggle with actually like picking it up and, actually like crossing off and doing the things, if you find you're slacking with that, try just doing it on a phone. I actually have switched to my phone for this specific thing because I find it so much easier to check it periodically because I always have my phone. And I just know I'll go to the list and be like, oh, okay, I'm going to follow up with this person. Or, today I go through my B list. I'm like, okay, I've actually connected really well with these 3 people. Let me just erase their names and I'm going to put them on the A list instead. Boom, done. Right? It doesn't have to be confusing and overwhelming. It can be easy as heck. Okay. Put it in your notes and even just like a few minutes at a time. You don't have to sit down for hours, but let's say there's a night where there's a QIQ. Go to your A list, invite some of the people on your A list to come to the QIQ that night. Spend 10 minutes. You could invite a good amount of people in that time. Okay. If you have, let's say there's not necessarily a QIQ, and you don't really have too many A-list people, get some B-list people, respond to their stories. Actually, I learned this thing. There was a training the other day I was on, and she called it the 3-2-1. And it had, oh my gosh, it's helped me so much. So I'm going to tell you guys what it is. So do the 3-2-1 method. So what that means is you're going to pick your person, you're going to go to their page, you're going to like 3 posts or heart react, whatever you want to do, but react to 3 posts, comment on 2, and send 1 message. It can be in regards to those posts. It could be in regards to one of the stories. Doesn't matter what you send, but just make sure it's genuine. To people that are on your Facebook, that are on your B list. So the people you want to connect with. Okay. So like 3, comment on 2, send 1. Okay. It has helped me so much because I feel like that's something I was struggling with before, is I didn't know, how much to do. Is it creepy? Do I like too many posts? Right. There has to be balance. And I feel like ever since I learned that, it has worked so good. People are answering my messages. It's at that point where it shows interest, but it's not creepy. So it's perfect. So 3, 2, 1. In the span of how long? I don't know what you're asking with that. Sorry, Chelsea. Unless you're not asking me, unless you're asking somebody in the chat. So that's the next thing for you guys, is get your ABC lists updated. Okay. If you got to change where you do it, change it up, put it in your phone, but have it somewhere where you can constantly be on top of it. Okay. And 3, it doesn't really matter how many you do, but you can set a goal for that for yourself too. So what I like to do, or what I'm trying to be consistent with doing anyways, is have a hot list for the week. Okay. So your B list might have 30 people on it. especially if you're wanting to go big. Print your friends list out, like have a big list of people that you can work with, right? But each week you could narrow it down and have a hot list of like 10 people for that week that you really want to focus on. Oh, I didn't even realize that's my next question. I'm just over here giving advice, and that's number 2. Okay. Do you have a hot list of people you're focusing on? Wow. It's like I take my own advice. I'm like kind of proud of that right now. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so overtired, you guys. Okay. Do you have a hot list? What that means is that every week you're going to narrow it down to a couple people and you're going to focus on them for that week. Okay. So you're going to do the 3, 2, 1 with them. You're going to do it a couple times and you're going to make it your goal by the end of the week that hot list you were focusing on, you can now invite them to a QIQ or to just message them and ask if they'd be open to checking this out, right? So yes. Okay. Is this helping people so far? Like, where are we at? Oh my gosh, I just saw Kim's message when showering. I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, awesome. Okay, I'm glad this is helping. Okay, I'm gonna keep going then. So that's another thing. So make your ABC list as big as you can, you guys, okay? You wanna max out your friends list. If you're somebody who only has like 100 or 200, like a very small number of friends, that could be one of your issues too. I don't think I put anything about growing your network on here. It's just something I just thought of saying right now, but that could absolutely be one of your barriers. If you genuinely don't have people to interact with, that's a problem. You got to get yourself out there more, right? So whether it's you're getting into groups and adding from groups, or maybe you're doing reels and getting a bunch of followers. Follow Kim Kane if you need reels. She's incredible. Like there's so many ways. Okay. You just got to get your followers or your friends list up way bigger so that you have tons of people to work with. Right. So that's why my friends list is maxed out. And that's why I literally print out the whole list so that I can go through, pick out a ton of people, put them on my B list, but it doesn't mean I'm working on all of them right now. That's just kind of like my dream list. And each week I'll pick out who I really want to target. Okay. Target sounds bad, but you know what I mean? For lack of a better word, like who I would like to talk to. Okay. Number 3, yes or no. Do you know how far away you are from your next rank? Yes. Okay. No. Yes. Yes. No. Okay. This one's very mixed. Yeah. Okay. Okay. A lot of yeses, but some no's. Okay. The reason this question is on here, you guys, it is so important. I'll be totally real with you guys. If you do not know what you need for your next goal, and I'm not even talking your next like new goal. You could have been, you know, an elite or an executive at some point, but you haven't hit it in a while. So you're sitting at builder. Go for pro again. I'm not saying you have to shoot, you know, all the way to the like biggest rank you've ever hit, but do you know how to get to the next one? Because if you don't, it is literally like trying to travel with no map. You do not have a game plan. If you don't know what you need, I'm going to be totally real with you. You don't have a game plan. You have no idea what you're doing. You're not focused. You need to figure that out. And until you do that, you're not going to hit it. I know that sounds like I'm being mean, but it is the truth. If you don't have that right in front of you of what you need to get to the next rank, you will not hit it. You won't, because you don't know what you need. So you're not focusing on it. You're not trying. You're kind of just working, you know, I don't even know the right, I was gonna, like, oh my gosh, I was gonna say something that like I probably shouldn't have. We're gonna keep it rated G. But it's just the truth, you guys. If you don't have it narrowed down to what exactly you have to do, you're literally just working with no focus. You're just it's like throwing shit at the wall and just like hoping it works, you know. It's not going to, because you don't have a goal. Okay. So if you don't, you have to, yeah, that's the word, Kim. Thank you. That's the word I was trying to come up with. Intentional. You are not working intentionally. So you have to figure that out. Okay. If you do not know, we can absolutely do a training on ranks and how to hit them. I can add that to the list, but don't wait for that. Go to your support chat, ask, That's what we're here for. If you do not fully understand how to get to your next rank, get your butt into your support chat and say, okay, I don't know what I need to do. And we will help you understand. We will narrow it down. Okay. So it is non-negotiable. You need to understand that. Okay. And then to take it one step further, once you understand, yes or no, do you know how far away your teammates are from their next goal? And do you tell them about it and help them get there? Ooh, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of no's for this one. No, 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 no. I knew that was coming. Okay. Some of you guys might not have teams yet, and that is okay. That is okay. We will get there. But if you do, this is step one in leadership. You need to not only learn your next goal, but you have to check your teammates. Okay. You need to check and you need to go to them, because then what happens is you go to them and it's not in a way of like, oh, I need this much to get to my goal. No, it's what did they need, right? So if you check your back office, and I see, I'm just gonna use Mandy as an example because I see her pretty face. If I go look at Mandy's and I can literally see she needs 102 executive, I'm gonna go to her and say, okay, look, we need this to get you a paycheck coming in next Friday. We need to close this out because I do not want to see you this close and not get the paycheck when we literally could finish it today, right? Like you got to create that urgency and show people, not only is it telling them because they might not know how close they are, but it's also telling them you care. It's telling them that like you are here for them, that you check what they're doing, that you want to help them get a paycheck. We don't want to just help people when they're brand new. We want to be there all the time and watching their volume and making sure they understand, because that's going to duplicate you guys. If you want a team of people that are working, and we're all here because you want more momentum, right? Almost all of you said yes. You have wanted more growth, faster. You want more money. You want more enrollments. That comes when you can duplicate these things, right? When you can go to your team and show them, okay, this is how close you are to your rank. Let's focus on you. And you're going to get a call with them. Like this is more, we can get into a full training on like, you know, systems of how to do that and whatnot. But like when you can show somebody that, okay, you're this far, I'm going to help you, we're going to get on a call. That is what will duplicate down the line, so that guess what? Your ambassadors are now going to start doing that to their team because they learned from you to do it. So you might enroll somebody who you now see going to their team and being like, hey, guess what? You're 100 away from this. And you didn't even have to tell them because they learned it from you. And that is when momentum will start coming in, okay? Because you can't have momentum if all the people on your team have no idea how to get to their next rank. You're literally screwed if nobody knows what they're doing, right? So be the first person to make sure that everybody understands. Not in a group chat, not in like a group, like nothing like that. You go to them personally and you say, okay, you are this far away. How can I help you? What are we doing to work on that right now? Do you have people you can get on a call with me? Like work with them individually and send it to, you know, all your people, but work with them each privately so that you have a space to tell them how far away they are. And that is what's going to really, really help. I'll use Kim Kane as the example. Oh my gosh, last month, you guys, so we were in Texas for the end of the month, you guys. That last day was insane, you guys. She was, I don't even remember what we started. She probably remembers. She started the day hundreds away from elite, not like big hundreds, but like it was like a couple hundred. And that's literally what she did, is she went to each person and said, okay, we need this to get you to builder. We need this to get you to pro. And I kid you not, you guys, we spent that whole day on calls. Like I am not exaggerating. From the time we woke up, 10 a.m. till close at like 1 a.m. we were on calls with people, and she closed so many people. Her new people closed new people. They hit their ranks. They randomly, like, it was literally like a miracle, you guys. There were people coming in that were not even on radars. Like there was one girl she got on a call with, boom, she signed an ambassador just like that, just because Kim told her she had to. Like there literally might be people on your team that are just waiting to be told what to do. And the second you tell them to do it, they're going to go do it, but they don't know what they need to do. So that's why we need to make sure that we are telling them, you're this far away. We only need one ambassador, or we need one ambassador and 3 customers. Who do you know that could try some products? Push them a little bit, tell them what they need, and they might just turn around and go freaking do it. Okay. So that one is really, really, really big. If you want to get momentum going, is you have to make sure your team understands. Okay. Number 5, kind of similar, but do you know how to hit the ranks? So let's even go up to elite. Yes or no? Do you understand what it means to hit those ranks and what you have to do? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. A lot of yeses. Good. Okay, this makes me happy. This is one that honestly, like, you just have to learn it. If you don't know, it's okay. There's no shame in that, but take some time to actually watch the comp plan video, go through, the chart. Like, I freaking love, I don't know about you guys, I love that our picture of the compensation plan can literally teach you what to do by just looking at the picture. Like, it tells you, we know we always need 2 ambassadors, right? Always, but it tells you exactly what the max amount of volume is from each leg. So you know exactly what volume you need on leg 2, exactly what volume you need on leg 1. Like, it literally lays out your whole business. Okay. So if you don't know how to hit the ranks, even just take some time, really study that sheet. And it's so simple. Okay. So for example, I just pulled it up on my phone. I can literally go to it. Let's say I'm brand new and I just want to understand how to go pro. Okay. I literally look at it. I need 100 PV. I need my 2 personally enrolled ambassadors, and it's 600 overall volume, but I know the max OV is 360. Okay. So if I go 600, take away 360, that's 240. So I need 240 in one leg, 360 in the other. Boom. That's pro. Like, it is so easy to understand. Okay. So just take the time, make sure you know how to do it, because again, you have to have a game plan. And if you truly don't understand what you're doing, you're literally not being intentional at all. And it's not going to happen. Okay. Okay. I think this is the last of all of these bubbles. So number 1, yes or no, in the last 5 days, have you gotten anyone onto a prospect call? No, Mandy has. Mandy's been like blowing up my phone and I love it. Mandy's over there like, hey, I need you 3 times tonight. Okay, a lot of no's. Okay, super telling you guys. That is another one. Again, set a goal for. Okay. This all, I'll say more on the next slide. The next slide will end it, but it'll really just kind of make it come full circle. Okay, but if you have not, that's where you really need to start tuning in on these things, right? Set a goal for how many people you're going to get onto a call in the next 5 days. Write it down. Hold yourself accountable to it. Okay. Oh, I did put, I put the hot list twice. That's how cool the hot list is. It made it onto there twice. Oh, okay. Well, then we're just going to skip to number 3. Have you sent voice messages? You don't have to actually go count, but more or less just like, do you send voice messages when you're talking to people? Yes, no, yes, no, yes. I like the pattern. Okay, more yeses. Okay, the reason this one is on here, you guys, that one is not so much one that like you have to set a number to, but the reason I ask that is because you will get more results from it. Like, you really truly will. It is more personable. It is more professional. You're going to make people really feel like you care, like they're comfortable with you. They're going to answer. They check it quicker rather than a message that they might think is just copy and pasted, right? Because if there's somebody that you've been interacted with and suddenly they have a voice message from you, they're going to be like, oh, what the heck? Like, I need to go listen to this. And they will go listen. Okay. So if you're somebody who wants more momentum and you are not voice messaging, try it. And I know that it's scary. I know it's overwhelming at first, but a trick you can do is send it to yourself first. You can practice if you need to, do it as many times until you feel like it's perfect, and then forward it to the person from yourself. And it does not say it's forwarded because you were the one who created it. If you forward somebody else's messages, then it'll say forwarded. But if it's your message, it just shows as an original. So you can literally practice until you like it and then forward it to them. Okay. I know that it is scary. I know, but it will change your business. It really, really will. If Chelsea Dufour is on here, I pushed her the other night. We were kind of going through the things as well, because she had so many people that just like weren't really answering, right? And I pushed her hard. Like, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna be real. We need to voice message this. We have to. And I told her to practice. And there was a couple times I was like, okay, tweak this, end it this way. Like, I changed it a couple times on her and was like, okay, no, try saying it this way. And not to be rude, but to help. And when we did it, when we got to the one that I was like, yes, that was it, she sent it out. Guess what? She has gotten me on about 5 prospect calls and has 3 or 4 people wanting to sign up with their product today. So like, I'm telling you, when you can perfect a voice message to send to people, it will make so much of a difference. Okay. So you have to start practicing your voice messages. Okay. All the time. Like, do it to me. If you're ever talking to me, that's such an easy way. Okay. No more typing things. If you're somebody who struggles with voice messages, I only want to hear voice messages. Okay. Number 4. I feel like I'm a broken record when it comes to this, but this is literally my biggest tip ever. Yes or no? Are you showing your face in your stories every day? Yes, Erin, you're awesome. I love Erin. So many of you guys, I feel like, honestly, since the stories training, have been killing it. Like, I've had so many of you actually come to me and be like, okay, I'm practicing this. How does this look? What does this look like? Like, I love it. I love it. So I feel like that stories training was really good. And if your answer to this one is no, go watch the stories training. Go watch it. It's on my YouTube. But no, seriously, it's so important, because truly that is where the relationship is built, because people need to see your authentic self, not just when you feel like you look good enough or everything is perfect and the house is clean and you're all dolled up and you look, in your opinion, good enough to be working your business, right? Like, no. People want to see you in your pajamas, what you're doing with your kids. They want to see you when you haven't showered and your hair is greasy and your house is a mess, because that is what majority of other people are going through too. Literally, I look like a hot mess 99% of the time. If you ever watch my stories, like, holy man. I had one girl message me yesterday. It was so funny. She was in my inbox and she was like, oh my gosh, what is your hair color code? I love it. I really want to put my hair done. And I was like, girl, I haven't showered in weeks. You got my hair done? I don't freaking know. This is literally just like, this is like washed out months ago. Dyed it. I don't know. But like, when you just don't care and you just come off like you're just like happy and confident all the time, people don't know any different, right? They're not looking to see what you look like or if things are put together. They want to see if you're having fun with your business, if you like what you're doing, if you're excited, if you genuinely look like you're happy, right? That's what people are looking for. So if you can get yourself into your stories every day and just show all of it, it will change everything. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to do something quick here. I am going to, where's the waiting room? Sorry, I have to stop sharing for 1 second. I forgot to put the waiting room back on because we have our presentation after, and I don't want people coming on early. That's like one of my like biggest. If you're on Zooms with me, this is probably like the 5th time you heard me say this. I like panic about it. I'm like, okay, I don't want people coming on early and seeing like a training with like they're here for QIQ. I'm like, we gotta get the waiting room put up. I don't want it. I'm always so stressed. Like, oh my gosh, that's not what they came for. Oh, okay. Anyways, we will be wrapping it up soon. I promise. I promise. Okay. So lots of you are showing your face, but some of you weren't. So if you're not, that's the next thing you got to work on every day, putting yourself in your stories. Literally, I don't care if you have makeup on, if you've showered, if you're wearing a bra. Man, if you guys knew how much times I probably don't even have pants on in half of them. You guys don't even know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just do it anyways, okay? Okay. last one. Oh no, second, no, third one. No, second. Oh my gosh. I can't. Last one. I need to go to bed. Oh, okay. Last one on this page. Are you working for the week or the month? And what I mean by that is if you're looking at it as like a whole month and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do month end. Like, okay, this week is not going well for me. I'll start again on Monday. Like you're just focusing on like hitting your goal by the end of the month, right? That's what we gotta not do. We want to focus on the week, because if you set a goal for the week, you're going to be paid on it the next week. Why would we set a goal to hit pro again at the end of the month when we could hit a goal to hit pro again by the end of this week, so that we already get that money and now we can work on executive next week, right? Like it's just going to make you push yourself harder, make more money, have more time to hit it, right? Don't give yourself a month to just hit builder or pro. Like you don't need it. I promise you don't need it. Put pressure on yourself that you only have the week and you have to have it done by Friday, because I promise you will work harder. It's like that saying when like if you give a man 3 days to clean his house, it's going to take 3 days. But if you tell him it has to be done in 3 hours, it's going to be done in 3 hours. Give yourself less time so that you feel that pressure. You know you have a deadline. You want that paycheck this week and you're going to go and work for it. And then what's going to happen is you're going to get that money and you are going to be so proud of yourself that you did it. And you're going to be excited and you're going to have a picture of your paycheck to put on a post, and you're going to be loud and shout it out. You're going to put it in your stories. You're going to talk about how you just got paid. And then guess what? You're going to have more interest. You're going to have more people being like, oh my gosh, you just got a paycheck. I need extra income. And they're going to come to you. And all of a sudden, guess what? You're in momentum because you pushed yourself to do these things. Okay. So, oh, there's 2 more slides. I lied. I'll try to wrap this up. This one is saying if you are genuinely doing these things, okay, because there are instances, it is very rare, okay? There are times when most of the time you guys have something you can work on, right? Me too. I'm not saying you guys, as I'm like, you guys don't need help. There's things I can work on too. I just mean in general, there are always things we can do better on, right? But there are times when people are doing the things, they are working hard, and people just aren't coming to them, right? And if that is the case where you can genuinely be like, I'm showing tons of people, I'm getting tons of people on these calls, I'm getting tons of exposures, but nobody's working with me. That's when you got to look at this, okay? And that's when you have to ask yourself, what is your vibe like? Are you being personable when you talk to somebody? Do you sound excited to help them? Or are you bored to be there? Or do you sound like you're pushing a sale? Because like, just being honest, there are so many people that struggle with that. And it's so hard because I don't want to be rude, but there are so many times that I'm like, you sound so bored. Like I wouldn't sign up with you either. You have to be excited, right? And I know that sounds so harsh, but it's the truth. If you go to somebody and you're so blunt and monotone and you're just like, hey, like, what are you doing? This is what I'm doing. Can you check it out? Like, no, of course they're not going to check it out. What are you doing? You know, like put some excitement in there. Send a voice message. Put some exclamation marks and a little face with like the love on it with like the heart. I don't know. Do something. Get excited, right? Are you being personable? Like, are you, this one just like gets me rattled, you guys. There's people that like don't even put like a question mark when they're asking a question. So it's just like not even a question. It's, oh, I give up. You know, I'm just kidding. I don't hate it that much, but seriously, put some thought into it so it looks professional. It does. It literally does. Thank you. It scares people away. It lost faith in humanity. I didn't lose faith in humanity, but I'm seriously, you guys, this is literally one of my pet peeves. Is like when people just don't sound happy, because like that's not going to bring you people, right? Like you really do have to look at yourself first and look internally. Do you look like somebody that they would want to partner with? Do you sound confident and excited and like you love what you're doing? Are you being the leader that you would want to attract. What that means is if you're wanting to bring in some hard workers and you're waiting for somebody to come in that's going to sign a lot of people, they're going to be excited, they're going to be consistent, they're going to post a lot, and you're really just like manifesting that you want these like big people on your team, right? Are you doing those things? Are you being consistent? Are you going to them? Are you being excited and telling them about what you're doing? Are you using all the traits that you want to see in other people? Because if you're not, you will not bring in all those people. It says on here, like attracts like, and that is exactly what happens. If you are being not even negative, but it looks negative, you know, if you're just like so monotone, you're not excited, you're kind of like waiting for something to happen before you can believe in yourself or believe in your business, you are going to bring in people that will try for 2 days, and when they don't sign anybody, they're gonna be like, yeah, this didn't work, I knew it wouldn't work. Because you that's like the vibe you're giving off, right? You're not pushing them to be like, yes, like look how amazing this is, look at this opportunity, let's connect you to so and so, like look at this proximity. Like if you are not excited, you will not bring in excited people. Okay, now this is a hard question on here. Are you really ready for more? Or do you tell yourself daily that it won't happen or that you're not capable? And this might even be you saying out loud that you're ready for more, but are you internally questioning if you can actually do it? Or if you're capable, or you're telling yourself things like, oh, I don't have time to do this, wish I had time to work my business, or any of those things, okay? If you could be sorry, you could be doing all of the things for your business, but if internally you're telling yourself it's not going to happen anyways, it's not going to work, nobody's going to want to work with me, and like you're saying these things to yourself, it will never happen, because that is the vibe you're putting out there. I truly like fully am a believer that what you put out there is what you will attract. Like it doesn't matter if you're actually, you know, working hard. You could be, you know, sharing this with people. You could be getting exposures. You could be doing the prospect calls. But if you then go to bed at the end of the night and you actually tell yourself like, frick, they're not going to sign up anyways, like this isn't going to happen. It's not going to happen because you literally gave yourself an out. You told yourself it's not going to happen. So you're going to stop working for it. Or there's going to be some sort of, you know, vibe that comes out to these people and they're not going to sign up with you because they can feel it. And you might think that's crazy. But if you think that's crazy, you got to read the book Super Attractor. Okay. That's what I'm going to end this page with. I'm reading it right now with a couple other leaders. It is incredible. Literally chapter 1 changed so much for me. Okay. So if you guys need a book that helps with the thoughts you say to yourself and really putting out there the positive energy and everything like that. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I keep getting like stuffed up when I talk. You need the book though. Okay. So one of the things it says to do, I'm just going to give you guys a couple of the tips. Every morning you get up and you say a list of affirmations. Okay. So the book gives you a whole bunch. I changed mine up a little bit. So I'll just give you some examples. There's like 15 of them. Okay. So it takes about like 2 minutes. So every morning before you do anything, you look in the mirror and you say them. Okay. So some examples of them are, I'm ready to do big things today. I will take action. I am open to the universe giving me great things today. I will do everything I can with grace and kindness. My body is rested and my mind is clear. Today is a great day. Things like that, right? So you do, there's like 15 of them. You say them to yourself. Okay. I started it. And 2 days later, 5 minutes after I did it is when they did the call. And like my name came up for equity council. I literally was like, oh, no. Like it was crazy, you guys. Like it has changed so much. And I know obviously that's not why it happened, but like it's so true that the more you put that out there and the more you focus on positive affirmations, that's how you present yourself. So that's how you work your business. You come off as this loving, happy person, right? And so it really does change a lot of things for you. Okay. And then another one it says to do is to come up with like your personal mantra, like one sentence that like shakes you and you say it all the time. So mine, for example, is I am becoming the most powerful version of me yet. That gives me chills every time I say it. And I will say it to myself when I'm on the treadmill, when I'm talking to somebody about the business, when anything goes right. Like I just keep saying it to myself. I am becoming the most powerful version of me yet. And it just keeps building. So do that. I strongly suggest do that. Okay. Now, last one. Okay. So basically, this is just saying why this all piles together is to just show you everything we talked about tonight. You'll notice none of it is about your team or about the people you're bringing in. It's not about other people. It starts with you. What have you done for your business? Have you reached out to people? Have you gotten them on prospect calls? Have you gotten exposures? Okay. Your team's momentum and success starts with you, because when you start doing the things, you will start to have personal momentum. You will start getting in enrollments. You will have people coming in and killing it because you're helping them, because you're doing the things. Okay. Just use the system. You don't have to recreate the wheel. Just do the things we already know we have to do. Just do more of it. If you are, messaging 5 people and you're not really getting anything, amp it up. Message 10. Like start making your hot list bigger each week if you have to. You might have to talk to more people, but you just got to do what you have to do so that you are doing the things that you need for the system. Okay. And everybody's different. That's why like I don't make 5 your goal for like everything if you're already doing that and it's not working, right? Another good example for a book is the 10x rule. That is a really, really good one. That's on that specific topic, where on like how to do more to get faster results. It's literally the best book ever. It changed my life. Okay. So that's another really, really good one. Okay. The systems. Okay. Yeah. So it's just saying that like momentum doesn't start when you suddenly have more people interested, or you start getting better results, or you start getting more signups, like your team magically starts showing up and doing better. Like, no, all of these things start with you. Okay. All of it. So it starts when you start, when you take action, when you start amplifying the things that you are doing. Okay. So going back to the very, very start. Okay. So if this is you and you're wanting to go faster, you want to make more money, you want more results, you are going to need to just do more of the things that we know we need to do. You're going to set a big goal for yourself. Don't shoot for like 1 or 2 people. Set a big goal. And I don't care if you hit it. It's not that you have to hit it, but it's just going to push you to work harder. Okay. You're going to set this big goal for yourself and you're going to go talk to more people. You're going to get yourself in your stories. You're going to be excited. You're going to practice the voice messages. You're going to get people on prospect calls. You're going to start, getting enrollments and then guess what happens? You're going to get a paycheck and you're going to shout out that paycheck. That's going to bring in more interest and more momentum. And you're going to help your team earn paychecks because you're going to go to them and show them how far away they are from their next goal. And suddenly all of these things you're wanting are going to happen. You just have to start doing the things, okay? That's literally it. You just got to start doing the things. And the more you consistently start doing it over and over and over again, you're going to get more results from it, okay? So that being said, there's no secret sauce. There's nothing I could tell you to do that you don't already know to do. You just got to go freaking do it, okay? So that's it. I will let you guys go for the night. We do have a QIQ planned. There's nobody in the waiting room yet though, so I will close this out. And then if people are coming back for the QIQ,